All right. We have a question from Andrew, who asks, I have a consulting client with a 2015 iMac who I helped wipe her original 2 terabyte Apple Fusion drive with the max number of scrubs. But now she wants to sell it. So can you go over the best way for her to install an OS and which one? I think Catalina makes sense, but maybe Mojave. Does she just need to create a username and password using her name or what's the right way to do this? And can she also go to network preferences and delete any of her SSIDs from her Wi-Fi networks? So actually, I think the way I like to do it is far simpler than the questions you're asking, because you're right. Worrying about, putting SSIDs in and removing those and username and password and what do you use? And, do you got to worry about iCloud Drive and all that stuff? What I would do, the first thing I do is deauthorize from Apple Music, or if the machine's old enough, iTunes, so that you don't run into that problem down the road. Because once you format the drive, you can't do that anymore other than doing it widespread. And that can be kind of a pain in the neck. So once I've done that, I boot into recovery mode. I wipe the drive. I install the latest OS that will install on it. That's where I always start with these things. If I'm, repurposing a machine to give to a family member or to sell or whatever the latest OS is, that's what I put on it. And then when it reboots and gets to the part where the OS is fully installed and it's asking you those questions where if you leave it on that screen long enough, it starts speaking to you in many different languages, turn off the computer and ship it. That's it. Because that way, the person who gets it has that fresh out of the box experience. You don't have to give them a username and password. You don't have to worry that there is a username and password on there, because it's not. Yours is not part of this. You've just wiped the drive. You've installed a fresh OS. They get to start and walk in from scratch. They can use Migration Assistant. They are the ones setting up the very first user account, and it's all clean and pristine. So that's how I do it. And it's worked well for me over the years.